Hey everyone, I'm Matt.
Hi, I'm Desiree.
And we're bringing you this week's Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide.
This week's Drills and Skills Guide to help you get over that hump of the new year and keep improving your swing is about spins. Now we're going to work on a drill I like to call the coil drill for my West Coast swing spins. And the reason I do that is because I imagine metaphorically this really heavy tight coil like a slinky, but nice and compact that I'm stretching out. And there's a lot of strength in the coil, so it wants to snap back. And this is actually how I teach our beginners about compression and stretch. But for our spins, I want us to first think of this coil. It's very, very tight. Very, very tight. We've got it right here, Matt. And then we're going to pull it apart so that we're not just using our arms and we're not just using our core, but we're connecting our arms to our core. And then we're going to take one of our sides of body back, let's say the right-hand side. We're going to stretch that coil there so it has a tendency to want to snap back in. From here, we're in a nice bowed position, one forward side, one back side. We're going to release that coil and take our back side forward, and it becomes a spin. So practice it at home. Think about taking this coil, and maybe we start on the opposite side now. Release and spin. A couple more tips. We want to think about looking at something in the distance to practice our spotting, or at least getting us back on track so we don't become too dizzy. And we want to utilize this kickstand, so when we're spinning, bowing out, relaxing back in, have a kickstand back here so that you can catch yourself. And if you wobble a little bit, that kickstand is still there to get you back on track to dance your West Coast swing.
Yep. One thing that this does apply to followers too, but I tend to see it more for leaders, is oftentimes leaders, when we're turning, I feel like we try to make ourselves small. And that, for one, can get us off balance, but it also just makes our turns look fairly ugly. So I often will see leaders like really try to turn and they're up here. Maybe they get around, but they don't look good doing it. And so I want to think about keeping my chest relaxed and open. And Desiree's talking about that coil or that bowing exercise. I don't think about closing my shoulders together. I think about closing one hip to the opposite shoulder. So whichever side is back, I'm closing that hip to the opposite shoulder, keeping my chest relaxed and open.
Yeah, that's one way to have a lower center of gravity, is not to coil up here, but to allow that chest to remain open. Another way, leaders or followers, that you can maintain a lower center of gravity, which helps you balance out your spins, is to think about keeping your hips open the entire time. So instead of closing in on a tight platform or even being turned in, allow those hips all the way through the toes to remain open so that you have a nice wide base.
That was your guide. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and check out our website and online store, link to the description.
See you soon.